Have we made one of the world's best forgiving drivers by mistake? Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson and welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today we've made a Takomo mini driver. That's nice. That's lovely. How far's that going? Really get it launching a long way down. Oh, that's on the fast lane. Now you see, mini drivers are of course all the rage in 2024 and moving forwards. I've heard some top secret information where mini drivers are basically going to take over the world. And we've done this by mistake because Chris has run over another golf club. Can you believe it? The Defender's taken another one.
It has. It's a common problem.
So basically he ran over the driver shaft and we now have the Takomo Ignis D1 driver with a 3-wood shaft in there. This is pretty much a mini driver. It's nice and highly lofted. We've got it set at 10.5 degrees. Could this be better performing than a standard driver? That's what we're going to test today out here at Woolley Park Golf Club. We're going to put it through its paces. So guys, we're also going to test this Takomo mini driver against what I think is the best mini driver ever released today in the TaylorMade burner. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I absolutely love this thing, but could this thing be even better? The reason why I had this idea is because Chris did us a video for our Get Good at Golf channel just yesterday. So if you want some tips on how to get good at golf, lower those scores, hit longer drives, and of course straighter tee shots, I'll link that below. But the way you hit that driver, we'll put it on screen now, It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I've hit it well. I mean, it's been in there a couple of weeks. I've done a couple of videos with it, and so far it's performed well.
And we'll speak to the guys at Takomo, because if you do want that driver with that shaft, I'm sure they could probably do it for you and maybe even weight it properly as well, because that's the key about a mini driver, making sure it's all weighted proportionally. Chris, I'll let you lead us away. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
Easy.
Great shot.
That's the bunker.
And you see, I've been struggling with driver this year, and the key with a mini driver is, yes, you might lose a little bit of club head speed because shaft length equals club head speed. Generically speaking, if you get it out of the middle of the face, that's going to equate to your ball speed. But say if you struggle with a standard length driver and you don't hit it out of the middle of the face, club head speed means nothing, because you want to make sure you get it in the middle of the face, because what's more important, Bobby? Ball speed. Ball speed. Got you there, Bobby, didn't you? You weren't listening. Looks brilliant for a head.
What's a deflection?
How piercing was that ball fly?
I know.
I'm going to hit another one, and then we're going to hit... In fact, no. Should we go... So we've got a Callaway normal driver here, and we'll hit a couple more. We've got some balls. Have you got the balls, or have I got the balls?
Under your water.
And we'll see what the big differences are. Because like I said, the key is forgiveness, and both those shots are down the middle of the fairway, or mine's down the left side of the fairway, should I say. How much distance does there have to be here for this to be a viable option for you in the bag? I felt so confident over that.
Nice.
Nice and straight, just up the right side. Two totally different shots. Is that good?
I have no idea.
No, right side, right hand rough. Oh. Straight away we've both missed the fairway there, but for me guys, this could be one of the most interesting drivers of 2024, all because Chris ran over the driver shaft with his Defender. That's 2 drivers this year.
2? Yeah, it is 2 this year.
Somebody needs to learn how to drive.
Stop sending me drivers.
Right guys, so you can see my drive with the Callaway on the right hand side where Bobby is, and if Bobby pans over, he will actually see my mini driver's here. So left hand side of the fairway, better line off the tee, and actually it's a little bit longer. Chris's mini driver is there, which is ridiculous. And where's your actual drive, Chris?
It's just up there, I believe. Bobby has found it. So
unbelievable results so far for the programme. Right, I'm amazed how far you've just hit that. Maybe, like, I think it does suit certain golfers, doesn't it?
I did use the mini driver for a year.
Yeah.
Think about it. I did use the TaylorMade 300 series.
Yeah, it was good as well. Have you still got that?
I might have, in the archives. I've not run over that one.
No, you've not, no.
No, that's in the house.
But I love how this kind of looks and sits. So obviously got a hazardous 6.0 shaft in there. It's only a 60 grams, so it's fairly light, and that does kind of help with the proportion of the weight of that carbon head. The Ignis head, look at that time of year. The Ignis head does have that carbon crown, movable weight at the back, so you get all that good stuff. I think if you're going to do this, Chris, would you get a lighter weight in the back? So change that 25 for a 15?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Which I bet you could probably do out of one of the 3 woods. Or the 5 wood.
That's why you're here.
Genius.
Love your work.
We might try that.
Down in Llangollen?
Down in Llangollen. On the golfing waterways.
Look at that.
Nice ball flight.
It's like a low kind of boring penetrating flight, isn't it?
That's chase that as well. Even in winter conditions.
The chase. Really excited to get this in the studio and test it for numbers, which will be in this video as well, because I feel like we've stumbled upon something here, or reversed over something, should I say. Oh, lovely. I feel like you can't hit it right.
No.
All our shots have just favoured that left-hand side, haven't they? Interesting how, so Chris does tee the ball really low with any driver as well, and then you kind of hit down on it a bit more than the average person, don't you?
Yep.
So potentially that could help as well.
Yeah, it does sit nice. The future.
What's the average shaft length on tour? I ask him stuff like this, very stato, but...
44, I think, now.
And what's that going to be, 43?
Yeah. 42.
42.
42.
But this will be longer than the average tour length one, won't it?
Yeah.
Because this is a consumer one.
It will be,
and
actually.
The brands all think that club head speed means distance and sales. Okay, as you could see, me and Chris both hitting this Takomo mini driver. I can't believe he broke another club rod, reversed over it in the garage. I'm going to test it against this, so we'll go first off with the TaylorMade. It's 10.5 degrees set, so it's the same as the Takomo. Takomo's obviously slightly bigger head, but you'll see shaft-wise, exactly the same. So aerodynamically, the Takomo should be a little bit slower, but I think having that kind of bigger surface area may well help us. This could be really interesting. Let's set some first with the TaylorMade. That is ridiculous. It's such a good driver, this. Look at that. 264, spinning at 2000, 160 ball speed, and it's a 290 total. That's probably the best we can do with this, I'm not gonna lie. We'll hit a couple more and see what it's like for forgiveness, but I feel like this is where this driver really does come into its own. That's a little bit of a tuggy one, unfortunately. Should carry around 240-ish, I would think. 240.9. You know when you just know exactly what it's going to be. And that's what I would anticipate. So for me, if I can carry this 255, realistically, maybe up to 260, I'm happy. But anything that kind of 250 to 260 window, I'm really pleased with. That's a nice one as well. Really nice one. That's going to be over 250, 260. So they're the good ones. A good one for me is around 260. A bad one's around 240-ish. No. I did play with Paul Lawyer with this, and I just like patted it round and kept it in play. And he was like, "Why don't you just hit proper driver?" I was like, "Well, Paul, funny story." And then I hit proper driver, and yeah, didn't go that well. But could this work now? Because it's worked on the course. It should be the right shaft. Oh, Bobby, look at this. It's a tiny bit shorter. It's a 250, releasing up to 270. Spin was right, ball speed was down, and I think that's going to be because of the head size and maybe strike location. Let's try and go again. Can we get the ball speed up? That's the bad one. The ball speed was up, but that's going to be the... Yeah. You wouldn't stand here and just try and hammer this, would you? You'd be like, "You all right, Bobby?" That's nice. That's lovely. How far is that going? 262. 289. That's the longest carry so far, is it? Backspin when I was born, 1991. Buzzing. I've just age cast myself there, Rob. I feel like you have to hit this a bit differently, and I do say this 260. I do say this out on the course when we're filming with Chris. If you hit slightly down on the ball, this could be an absolute dream for you, because it keeps the spin down a little bit, and you can sort of just peel it off. I even said out on the course, actually, they're all down that left side, so you're eradicating the right-hand side of the course. What more do you want with that? I think this is as good. 160. I'm very pleased with myself. I feel smug. I think this could be for you a game changer.
It's not bad up there, is it? I mean, good distance from you as well off the tee.
I'd take it because, and again, if you're struggling with driver or have struggled with driver, and you know you're going to keep the ball more in play, like I feel like I know I'm going to hit a fairly low launching right to left shot off the tee with this. So I feel like I know what's coming, and not clutching at the shot you're going to get and guessing where it's going to finish is huge. So guys, let's jump in the studio. Let's see exactly how it performs. I don't know what's coming here because we're going to film this tomorrow and then get it out the day after for you. So I'm hopeful that it's going to be really, really good. And hopefully the guys at Takomo are watching and they'll go, should we make one of them? Yeah. Right guys, so hopefully that was very interesting numbers wise. We're going to finish off here on the 18th hole. It's a slight dogleg to the left, and I think this is really the hole where I'd try and open this up and get maximum distance out of it, even though it's potentially a mini driver. So, oh,
That's on the fast lane.
that's unbelievable.
What a flight that is again.
And I feel like I can just aim central / right, and it goes slightly left of where I'm aiming. But then where you're aiming is a very interesting point, because if you know it's going to go slightly left, that's where you're aiming essentially, isn't it?
It is. Can't get the ball on the tee.
Oh, I hate him. They're unbelievable, aren't they?
Couldn't hit that much better, to be honest, that one.
Let's go and see where they are. I'm really happy with that.
I'm really happy with mine.
You need to test this more. And I think people at home need to test it more if you've got a similar driving style to Chris as well, where you reverse over all the golf clubs in your garage. Guys, if you enjoyed that, smash that subscribe button. A little bit of an impromptu video, but hopefully I think what could be one of our best. If you enjoyed it, smash that subscribe button. Make sure you get in the DMs of Takomo and say, James and Chris say you need to make a mini driver. And apart from that, I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. Goodbye.